Max, let's get to some headlines from around the state. Let's start in Austin. The Texas Longhorns have a very big game coming up this week against the Southern California Trojans. There's got to be a shorter way to say that.
Maybe the University of California at Southern California.
At Los Angeles, but not UCLA.
But not UCLA Trojans.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. Right.
Good. So they're playing them. And
the result is irrelevant because USC will just say that it didn't happen if they lose.
Is that not the dumbest thing? For those who didn't know, USC said that they are vacating their loss to Texas.
I don't know.
Because so Reggie Bush was playing in that famous national championship game.
Right.
And so as a result, all their
results are vacated.
In the eyes of the NCAA,
right.
That season, they did not play that season,
right.
is what happened. And so as a result...
If you didn't play, you can't lose.
It's exactly what they're saying. So they're saying they're actually undefeated against Texas, which is...
a bold strategy, Cotton.
Boy, some real pretzel logic there.
Okay.
All right, Trojans, I see you. Anyway, the big question on the Texas side is who's going to be taking the snaps. Sam Ehlinger, of course, got the start against San Jose State. It probably didn't matter who they started at quarterback, to be real honest. I know they were running Gerard Hurd in there as a Wildcat. I made the joke on Twitter that Charlie Strong got fired because he could never figure out that Gerard Hurd's a better Wildcat quarterback than Tyrone Swoops.
Yeah.
Which is kind of... it's only half of a joke.
But then we wouldn't have the 18-wheeler package, and how much fun was that? Just to say 18-wheeler. Oh, here's the 18-wheeler.
Oh,
there you go, scoring with the 18-wheeler again.
Got bits. So Shane Buechele is still dealing with a shoulder injury, and this is turning. If you're thinking, boy, this sounds familiar, David Ash did the same thing except with his head. And it just seems like this is going to go on for weeks and weeks and weeks. Here's the thing. Tom Herman at his press conference yesterday said, even if Shane Buechele is healthy,
he's got to prove it.
He's got to prove it.
Yeah, he's got to win it.
So it seems like he may be leaning towards starting Sam Ehlinger regardless of whether or not Shane Buechele is ready.
Isn't this sort of the rumbling that we've heard the whole time, though, that, Ehlinger is definitely the better fit for a Herman offense, but how could they take the job away from Buechele, who's done everything to earn it?
Right.
Right? And
but
so now conveniently
it's like here's this excuse, right? Here's the excuse to have the will.
Even if he's healthy, our season's too important. He's got to prove it. It's like, well, every game that Ehlinger gets is probably going to get better and better as far as the system goes.
Of course he will.
Yes,
that's how that works.
Even if it's not amazing, right? Even if it's just sort of expected goals, replacement level performance from a quarterback, you could sit there and be like, well, it's okay. So why would we move? Why would we shake things up?
Right.
It's not amazing, but it's also not a disaster.
It strikes me, you're exactly right. It strikes me as the opening that Tom Herman was looking for to give the job to Sam Ehlinger. Now, we'll see. He may start Shane Buechele.
That's us.
Let's be fair. For sure.
That's us projecting.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how it feels.
That's pure speculation on our part. But that's definitely reading between the lines. That's definitely how I felt. So we'll keep an eye on that. There was also another bummer injury that came out of the San Jose State game. And I was watching this. I happened to be glancing at it. This was late in the game. It was a blowout.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's a bad turn of phrase right there to use.
Yeah,
for Patrick Hudson, the stud offensive lineman from Silsbee, who is a big part of their recruiting class, blew out his ACL late in the game against San Jose State, which my official stance on that is that sucks.
Super sucks.
That just really.
Early season injuries, man. Season-ending injuries before it really gets going. They're never good.
No.
But you just feel like you lose so much potential,
Right. For me, I just do not.
Heart goes out to the kid because, that's tough.
Yeah, it just does not seem very fair. So that just really sucks. You don't wish that on anybody.
No.
And so there's that. Max, there was I gotta find the link. Why didn't I have the link, Max?
The AP rankings?
Yeah, the AP rankings.
Well, who cares? I don't know why you want to talk about this anyway. They never get it right.
Okay. Well, the AP came out with their...
And they never got it right. End story.
The AP came out with their rankings.
They're terrible. You should go to TexasFootball.com for the correct rankings.
TexasFootball.com does have rankings. I will tell you, though, if you want AP rankings where
we have two sets of rankings. We have the ones we do ourselves and the ones the computer tell us should be the rankings.
Here's a couple of things that caught my eye about the AP rankings.
Oh, here we go.
Just a couple of things. One, Katie dropped the spot without playing. Now we run into this, and this has been a very, to be fair, this is a very difficult thing for us because I'm of the belief that in a perfect world, if you don't play, you should not move in the rankings. You should not move up. You should not move down.
Right.
Now,
that's not
I
always
am
possible.
also of the opinion that there are teams that can lose ahead of you, that if you get bumped up one spot, not a big deal.
Right.
In my opinion, not a big deal. I have a hard time dropping a team because they lost, when they didn't.
Yeah. You doing the thing where you step on your microphone again.
Am I? I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just got to move that. They also launch Alito into the number 1 spot over Manville. Again, Manville did not play.
Right.
And Alito beat a team from Mexico.
Right.
Just,
and again,
I have no problem putting Alito number
exactly.
1.
That's the whole thing. It's just sort of like looking at the logic behind it doesn't make any sense. Alito has every right to be the number 1 team in the state. But that's not the point.
The Liberty ILO pair of Carthage and Gilmer are 1 and 2 and 4A, which is like, how do you schedule those two teams back to back? And they gave both of them a run.
Right.
Gunner is now number 1 in Class 3A after their shutout win over Pottsboro. More importantly, it's because Cameron Yo lost and Brock lost. Cameron Yo dropped to 6. Brock dropped to 8. And then in 2A, Refugio is number 1, followed by Tenaha. Those that has remained relatively the same. So those are the AP rankings. But TexasFootball.com/rankings has our rankings as well as our comprehensive computer rankings, where you can see the rankings of every single Texas high school football team in the state. That's right. Olney, you can see where your team is ranked.
Yeah, man.
They're not number 1. I'll tell you that much. Okay. Finally, I want to direct our friends to, or direct people to our friends at Texas Monthly. Texas Monthly. Have you seen the new Texas Monthly?
I saw it on the newsstand, but I have not looked in it.
It's excellent. I've been flipping through it. It's excellent. They basically dedicated an entire magazine, an entire edition to football in Texas. And one of the things that they did was they did a great kind of panel discussion almost with they call it Legends of Texas Football Speak Out. They talked to Warren Moon. They talked to Troy Aikman. They talked to Dat Wynn. They talked to Mean Joe Green, Mike Singletary, Darren Woodson, Bruce Matthews. Goes on, and they talked to him about a number of interesting things, which is they ask him, will you let your kids play football?
Right.
Now, Bruce Matthews.
Obviously.
Spoiler alert.
Bruce Matthews, they're pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, but just kind of how they feel about football now. Now they're kind of on the other side of it. It's very interesting. So it's worth your time. Texas Monthly. First of all, pick up the magazine because we all need to support print media.
Yeah.
But if not, TexasMonthly.com is where it is. It's excellent, and we're, I don't think Skip Hollandsworth wrote something for this, although I haven't. If he has, I haven't gotten to it yet. But if he wrote something, you need to read everything that man writes. He's incredible.
All right.